And as we get ready to get into the cipher, I do want to let you know that it is Planet Remix, and a lot of times we cover adult content. So at this time, if you have anyone who's a minor, I would suggest that you put your headset on or get yourself in a place where you can enjoy your time on Planet Remix. But until then, put the babies out, do what you need to do so we can be responsible while knowing our magic. This show, this information, we dive into a lot of things that are adult content. And so therefore, if you are a minor, I want you to stop what you're doing right now, and I definitely want you to get your parent or your guardian's consent before diving into the remix. Well, enjoy. Enjoy the share. Yeah, and keep knowing your magic. We just gotta be responsible while growing up on planet Earth. Oh my goodness. Peace and greetings, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome on in to Planet Remix Radio. I am your host, of course, Ms.Blue, the Oracle. How we all feeling? How is everyone doing? By the way, let's just do a sound check really, really quick. And
again, make sure you all can hear me. Okay. See how we're feeling. We just moved through this eclipse energy, which, by the way, is going to be going on for quite a bit. We'll be feeling these shifts and changes, but no worries. We have the next 5 years to really adjust ourselves. But some important things are coming up right this week for us. And I really, really just wanted to tap in really quick. So I want to welcome you all in. To Planet Remix Radio. And just come on over and join us. Let's get those invites up. The Blue Room is open. And you're more than welcome to come on over. The phone lines are going to be open tonight because I will be taking your calls tonight. We got a lot of things to talk about, Soul Family. So welcome on in. Pull up. Grab you something to drink. I got my nice bubbly water here with some liquid magic in it. And a small, tiny little piece of some Godiva that is there. And what else do I have with me? Yeah, got a couple of magical little tools here to assist tonight, but most importantly, we're all here together, and that's what's important. Call-in number 515-605-9794 is the number to call, and that is going to get you locked in. For our international callers, you do need to dial the U.S. country code. Once you dial the U.S. country code, you're going to dial 515-605-9794. Or you can come over to blog and you can use the direct connect. You're going to come over to blogtalkradio.com/the remix, all one word. And when the show is live, and we are live, right? Let me just check in with everyone in the Blue Room. We are live, right? You are live, right? And not that if you're not live on planet Earth, it doesn't mean you're not welcome, because all is welcome. The seen and the unseen. Want to welcome you on in. So, good morning, good night, good evening, or oh my goodness, good afternoon, depending on where you are in the world. Oh my goodness. The first thing I definitely want to say is, how are you feeling? I want us to check in because we just experienced something, and I think sometimes we downplay some of these cosmic moments. But these are points of awareness. They're points of celebration that we should embrace. We should embrace and be grateful for ourselves, because I know many of you have been experiencing some very tough couple of days. Very tough days, as well as some ups and downs in your emotions. And if that is happening to you, number one, you're going to get some clarity and some understanding here tonight about exactly what's going on. And two, I just want you to take this moment to really just be present with yourself. Come out of your mind a little bit. I know it's easy. We can get trapped in our mind and allow that to run away with us. But take a moment and just sort of allow yourself to float. This is why I have the digital activation art tonight. And officially, we have entered the Zen Zone. And we're going to talk about what that Zen Zone is. We're also going to talk about something we've talked about many years, the phrase I've coined here, universal citizens. on Planet Remix. We're going to talk about what that means to each of us, and what does that mean to us collectively. Collectively. So just take a moment. Just take a moment. Just take a moment and allow yourself to come into the Zen Zone. Just to relax. Just to kind of drop down in your body. Just imagine yourself floating down in your body and resting in the lower half of your body. And just kind of hanging out there. Yeah. And taking a deep breath, exhaling first, because we want to send a message to our parasympathetic nervous system to just kind of allow us to calm down. And then breathing. Yeah. And while you're at it, let's get those likes up so our soul family can find us. But welcome on in. I am so glad you all are joining me here live today, or this evening, or tonight. We made it through the eclipse. Now we have this powerful week in front of us. And we're going to talk about that. We're really going to talk about that. And I know each of the callers coming on, we will be able to speak to that as well. So I want to thank you all for joining me. I am Ms.Blue, the psychic, medium, soulful oracle. And welcome in to Planet Remix Radio. Oh, yeah. Well, thank you all for being so patient. And yeah, I'm glad that we're all able to come and check in. I want to say welcome, 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 welcome everyone on in to Planet Remix Radio. So glad to see you all have made your way on over. I want to give a big shout out to the moderators in the building moderating for us. Big shout out to Lola Falana in the building moderating tonight, as well as Brother Lance. Shouts out to Brother Lance in the building tonight, and shouts out to Dante, Mr. Dante, as well. So we have our moderators on board. We have our soul family in the building. So grateful for each and every single one of you. So whether this is your very first time listening or if you've been listening for quite a while, I do want to welcome you on in. Wow. Phone lines are going to be open tonight. We're going to talk a little bit here. I also want to do this. I want to ring the bell. I want to ring the bell for self-invested and for everyone who is self-invested. And shouts out to our self-invested family. Definitely, they have been rolling up their sleeves. I mean, diving in deep, getting to the root of things and really tapping into that energy of the energy centers of chakras and really learning how to balance, how to read, how to understand, how to get all of the intel out of, and also just deeper layers of how that energy is connected not only to themselves, but to others all around them. So I want to send so much love out to all of our self-invested family out there. And for all of you, just really staying committed to the work and staying committed to yourself. The other thing that I want to give a big shout out for is to all the divine priestess in the building. Shouts out to Priestess Erica in the building. Priestess Melanie is in the building. Want to give a big shout out to Priestess Donna Lee in the building tonight. Priestess Lisa. Shouts out to Priestess Keisha. Shouts out to Priestess Tren. Shouts out to Priestess Cinnamon. Let me see if I can get them shouts out. Look, we'll be here all night shouting out all of the divine priestess. Shouts out to all the divine priestess in the building. And Priestess Chastity. Just shouts out to all the divine priestess in the building. Whether you're listening to this live or you are coming from the future into this present time and listening, or even the past, just sending love out to all the divine priestess in the building. Want to welcome you all in. But welcome in. Yes, we're still in the eclipse energy. Can we all feel it? Can we feel it? I want to sing that song. I can feel it in the air tonight. Can you feel it? I can feel it. We're still in this energy of the eclipse. We are still in this energy. We are definitely still in this energy of the eclipse. I do want us to get the likes out because I did kind of slip a little bit of sending the notification, and I want our soul family to know that we are in the building. So please hit that like button as well as the share button too. And you can let everyone know, or those that want to come over, that the remix is on and that they are definitely more than welcome to come on over. There's going to be some Zen Zone dates that I want to give out tonight. And so I want you all to really take note. So get you something to write with and get the Zen Zone dates that I want you to definitely make sure that you pay attention to these dates. And those dates are actually going to start, believe it or not, they started yesterday on the 14th. But from the 14th until the 20th, the 14th until the 20th, I want you to hold these dates very close to your heart. And what I'm going to ask is you need or tell you your best position is the Zen Zone right now. So I want you to look at the digital activation art because these are the Zen Zone dates right here. We're going to talk about the 23rd. This is a power date, but I want you to get an understanding of the Zen Zone, and we're going to talk about some peak days in the Zen Zone that I need you to focus on. And this is no matter what your zodiac sign is, because it's going to be including your zodiac sign, rising, moon, sun. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what degree this is. Doesn't matter the age this is. Absolutely doesn't matter. But I want you to get to understand this is your Zen Zone. Because what's happening right now, and many of you, and you can let me know either in the comments or if you're listening to this live, you can let me know right now. What's happening right now is your past lives are coming forward, like all of them. A lot of past life lessons are coming up. A lot of past life energy is coming to the surface. And here's the thing, not just for you, for the entire planet, for the whole world. I was working in the records all week and I could see this energy. I could see it with people. I could see this energy. Past life energy is coming up for you. And then here's the other things. We are moving ourselves out of one cosmic age into another cosmic age. But I don't want anyone to get excited. The age of Aquarius, I feel, is more than 130 years away. More than that. Many of us will have reincarnated by that time, or we will be on another mission somewhere else. Somewhere else. We're kind of in between. And this is the period that Planet Remix coined 3 years ago, the Renaissance. And this is even why Self-Invested, the last semester of Self-Invested, was the Renaissance. So we have the prequel, which is how we are getting ready. We were getting ready all of these last 3, 4, 5 years. We've been getting ready for the Renaissance. We are getting ready for the Renaissance. So we're at the end of the prequel. And we're about to step into that moment. So I want you to consider everything else that you've done here on planet Earth. And I know that what I'm saying, because I know a lot of you are very well studied and you're some powerful magic makers, it may challenge you a little bit. It may push you outside of the comfort zone of what you know. And so I will say to you what I always say to you: take what resonates, take what feels good, and then leave room for, just maybe Ms.Blue is on to something here, and try it out for yourself, right? We are in the preparation stages, and we're 1 foot into the Renaissance. Now, of course, we know we have learned, and if you're here, you've learned how to come out of this 3D frequency, to being encapsulated in this 3D frequency. Because a big part of what we have to do is we have to be able to get our mind and our higher self out of this 3D reality. Our physical bodies will still be in this 3D reality, but it will be vibrating at a much higher frequency. A much higher frequency. We've been talking about this for years, years upon years upon years. Years we've been talking about this. Years we've been prepping for this. Years we have been preparing ourselves, humanity, and planet Earth for this. Hence, we are growing up on planet Earth. I say this to you because you found your way here. Regardless of how long you've been here, it could be your first time. You could have been here for many, many years. You've been here for a few years. And I say this to you because I know we live in a world where that digital footprint or those receipts are needed. And I would encourage you, I'm not just giving you lip service. I need you to go in the archives because you may be hearing things in these cosmic streets. But what I want you to know is that we've been talking about this for over 10 years, preparing you. Now, I'm very excited that our brethren and our sisterin and our other spiritual magic makers have come on board, and now they are repeating this. And quite frankly, some of them may have a bigger reach. And so I'm thankful for that at this time, because now they've been able to spread it out to more people on the planet. But make no mistake, we're not new to this, and neither are you. So what's happening right now? A lot of your past lives are coming up, and a lot of past life fears are coming up for you. And I'm going to give you some symptoms that some would like to call Ascension Symptoms, that would give you an indication that you are on the precipice of finally stepping truly into your greatness and your divine power. Number one, extremely tired, as if someone has given you a tranquilizer, as if you have taken something to put you into a slumber that is difficult to awaken by. If you've been feeling that, that's one of the signs. Here's another one. You find that you are ready to go to sleep, only to lay down and feel like you have just been washed in the highest frequencies, and you are wide awake. And no matter what you do, you cannot go to sleep. And when you think you finally have gotten some rest, you open your eyes to only see that maybe 30 minutes went by. Maybe it's only been an hour, and it feels like you've been asleep for days. It's another one. The second one that you're going to find is you cannot satisfy your tastes. And no matter what you eat, even though you know you must take some nourishment in, it just is not hitting the same. It's not hitting you the same. You're eating it, but it almost has a nothingness in its taste. It doesn't fulfill you. It doesn't, it just does nothing. Absolutely nothing. It's almost like drinking water with no taste. None. Nothing. But you're looking at it. You're smelling it. It smells so good. It looks so good. But the moment you digest it, nothing. Nothing. Second, here's the second thing. You have been freezing cold, even though you're not in a freezing environment. You're trying to figure out where are these moments of ice coming into your body and into you, to the point where you're literally shaking. And you're trying to figure out, why am I shaking? Interesting fact, I was in Target the other day, and there was this baby that was in Target, very young baby, and the mother had the baby inside the cart, but they had like a little blanket, and the baby was there, and the baby didn't have socks on. The baby just had a pamper on and a t-shirt. And the parents, because it was a little cool earlier, the parents were there. Do you know that babies do not have an awareness of temperature when they're very young? So it could be extremely hot to them, and they will not respond like you would respond if you touched something instantly that was hot. And the same thing if something is freezing cold. I want you to hold that thought, because many of you, your body temperatures are doing that. And some of you are having the adverse of some of these symptoms. You are sweating profusely when it's not hot. When it's not hot, but you are sweating. These are all ascension symptoms that is happening at this particular time. And you're trying to figure out, nothing will cool you. No temperature, because it's already cool. No, nothing you drink, nothing you're wearing, not taking a shower, nothing. It has to pass. Has to pass. Here's another thing that's coming up. In the last 4 to 5 days, you've received a phone call, an email, a letter, or ran into someone you haven't seen in years and haven't heard from in years. You're crossing timelines. You're crossing timelines. You're crossing timelines. Listen, you can't make this up. I'm telling you, I've seen it all in the records. You have ran into, and you're thinking to yourself, what? Well, punch my ticket, Phoenix. You're running into someone and you're just like, wow. I mean, we understand. We understand. It's a magical world out here. We understand that. But it's going to get even magical. Here's another one. You're skedaddling along, minding pretty much your business. And I mean, minding it for real. Like you're really focused on some things that you're doing. And all of a sudden, whether you're in the car driving, whether you're walking by a store, maybe you're on the internet, maybe you have a playlist going on TV, or you walk into a store, you hear a song that literally stops your ass in its tracks because you haven't heard this song and you don't know when. And you're like, oh, wow, I haven't heard this song in so long. It doesn't even have to be your favorite song. It doesn't even have to be something that's connected to you, but it is something that it was so intrinsic at a particular point in your life that it just stopped you. You're kind of frozen in the moment. Brittany Vise says that happened to me yesterday. Literally, it stopped me in my tracks. Miss Pinky says my song was the Cheetah Girls. I love it. I love it. Supreme McCoy says music has been coming through just like that. Cheryl O says, yeah, happened to me while in Target. Listen. These are all very subtle ascension symptoms. And if you did a Beyonce and suddenly you woke up like this and you found yourself when you woke up looking at yourself as if it was the very first time you had really looked at yourself in a long time, that you just kind of went, I woke up like this. I woke up like this. Feeling like this. Looking like this. I woke up like this. Ascension symptom. If you woke up and you found yourself in the place of asking, who am I? Who am I? Ascension symptom 2. If you woke up and you said, I absolutely positively hate my life. Stay with me. Stay with me. Ascension symptom. If you woke up and said, I hate my life and things have got to change. I don't know how. It's got to change. I cannot live this way. I hate my job. I hate the people around me. I hate the community I'm in. I hate where I'm living. I want it all to go away. I want it all to go away. I just want it all to go away. And even if in your heart of hearts, you say this is a fleeting thought, this is just something that is here, but it did come up and you're in the honesty that you absolutely must, real bad, face it. Face it. Ascension symptom. And all of it is leading up to this week. I don't want to be dramatic, but I do. I don't really want to be dramatic, but yet yeah, I do. I do want to be dramatic. I do. Thank you. Thank you to the children. Thank you to the babies. Thank you, babies. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Ascension symptom. Ascension symptom. That's what's happening. That's what's happening. I need you to understand that. See, I recognize that we are all in different spaces and different places in our journey. If you feel like you're about to emotionally lose your freaking shit, you are experiencing ascension symptoms. And all of it got kicked off by a couple of things. One of those things that sort of just put this shit like in motion, okay? Really just got things fired up was eclipse season. That's what kicked it off. See, I don't want you to think of the 14th as, you push the button. Those of you who may remember that song, Push the Button. Y'all remember that song? Used to be, ooh, we used to just push the button. Y'all don't remember that? You might be too young for Push the Button, but Push the Button used to be the jam. But anyway, the eclipse was happening prior to the 14th. In fact, if we go back to the last eclipse, it was waves of waves of waves. It's kind of like, how did we get here? We took a slow walk. We took a slow walk and many turns and climbed many hills and, went down many dark streets. And, that's how we got here. And some of those days were beautiful. A lot of them were beautiful and filled with light and fun. The eclipse happened in that 1 second. That was sort of the zenith of it, the high. And so now we have to ride the cosmic waves as we're coming into this energy of where are we going to go from here. And I want you to listen because this could be very quite different for each of you depending on your point of entry into planet Earth. So it's going to be different. It's going to be different based on our soul mission. It's going to be different based on, a lot of different factors, based on our will, based on your ego, based on your heart, based on your love. But I'm going to give you, as a universal citizen, I'm going to give you the blueprint for this week that is universal. What do I mean when I say it's universal? Meaning that shit will work for everyone. It's universal. It'll work. All you got to do is use it. It'll work. Key word, key phrase to take away for this week is you got to get in the Zen Zone. Zen Zone. Say it with me. You need to be on your Zen shit. This week, it'll pay off so big. It'll pay off so wonderful. It'll pay off so magical for you to be in the Zen Zone. You're going to have to be in the Zen Zone because the truth of the matter is this isn't a test. You know how we Those of us staying in America, we had that big nationwide test and everybody's phones was going off in all parts of the world. If you were connected to anything in America's system, your phone was going off and you looked down thinking, wait a minute, is this an Amber Alert? Nope, not an Amber Alert. This is a different kind of alert. This is a different kind of an alert this week, but it is not a test. We are live in living color and action this week. You know how they say action? That's it. We live. We live. We are live. And I need you to understand that we are live. If you thought last week was live, baby, you ain't seen nothing, sis. You ain't seen nothing yet. This week is going to be all the way live. And your position is the Zen Zone. I don't want you to leave the Zen Zone. You got to stay in the Zen Zone. You can't come out. You listen. That's right, Hugo. You got to stay in the Zen Zone. You can't come out of the Zen Zone. I need you to understand the Zen Zone. You know how when you know you cleared your aura, and that shit is so clear that even the birds in flight sort of kind of loop back around just to check it out because it's that clear that you could be spotted from the cosmos, you know? You can even see the little squirrels running up the tree looking over their shoulder like, ooh, who is that? Because that's how clear your aura is. That's how untainted your aura is. Yeah. You got to be in that Zen Zone. You got to be there. You got to be there. You got to stay in that Zen Zone. And listen, why do you think, I know y'all was saying, Ms.Blue is playing this music over and over and over, because I'm in the Zen Zone, baby. Can you hear it? Can you feel it? We in the Zen Zone. We in the Zen Zone. You going to know you in the Zen Zone because you're going to see that crying baby and you're going to be walking past them, whether you're in Target and you walking past that baby and the baby's in the car crying and you walk past and that baby say, just stop. No more crying. And that's how you know, yeah, I'm in the Zen Zone. And if you have a baby, all you have to do, all you have to do is be present. Kids throwing shit around, jumping up and down, running up and down the steps, doing all kinds of things. All you have to do is be present and they all just stop. Everybody stop, Or you're driving in your car and you get to the stoplight. You got 4 lanes and all eyes are on you. Everybody looking in your car, tent or no tent. You in the Zen Zone. Test it out. You're in the Zen Zone. You walking down the street, everybody speaking and bowing and nodding and shaking. Zen Zone. Now, I'm certainly not implying that you've never been in this zone again, because after all, you're part of Planet Remix. So you've been in the Zen Zone before. What I'm trying to tell you is that it is critical that you get your ass back in that Zen Zone this week. Like when you walk into the office, everyone just stops and says, good morning, how are you? Or hi, how you do? You need to be in that kind of Zen Zone. You need to be in that kind of Zen Zone when your neighbor comes outside to take the trash. They stop in awe and wave. Zen Zone. Real Zen. Okay? I think we got the point. I don't need to stress the Zen Zone anymore. We all understand what it means to be in the Zen Zone, right? Mm-hmm. 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 But I need you to go beyond what you thought your Zen Zone was. You understand? Because, see, this is pure light and pure energy. You're going to be in your Zen Zone so much that you're going to get other people in the damn Zen Zone, even if they don't really want to. Remember the crying baby. Priestess Andrea said, Ms.Blue, you're giving me a great promotion. Okay, wonderful. That's how much of the Zen Zone you're going to get in. You're going to get in that kind of a Zen Zone. That's it. Nothing else. You know how Lauryn Hill says nothing else even matters? That's the Zen Zone. So, all right. I just had to be very clear about the Zen Zone. I just, I don't want to be getting no emails, no text messages. I don't want y'all hitting me up trying to figure out, am I in the Zen Zone or not? Absolutely. You know how to get into the Zen Zone. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Can you get in the kiddie pool? This deep in is a bit much, Priestess Jasmine. Oh my goodness. Oh, you could get in the Zen Zone. So now, let me tell you why you're going to need to be in the Zen Zone. Because just like we have major portals that are opening, we have major portals that are closing. And I want you to think of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. No, I don't want you to sing Saturday Love. But what I want you to do is to think about Monday and Tuesday sort of being your rehearsal for your Zen Zone. Because, see, come Wednesday, your ass has got to be in the Zen Zone for real. Because if you don't, it's kind of like asking someone to hold the elevator and the doors are closing and you're like 20 steps away. I don't care how fast you are. I don't care how long your legs are. I don't care how much you yell. You're not going to make it. And when that door closes, it's okay. It's okay because some of us will not make it by choice. You will get 9 years. Listen at me close. You will get 9 years to get it right. You got 9 years to start all over again. You got 9 years. A complete cycle. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. To start all over again. To start all over again. 9 years. 9 years. I know. Wait a minute. That's right. You'll have 9 years to start all over again. You don't listen. No rush, no pressure. You can wait 9 years and we can try it again. We can see if you can do it again. We're going to start this thing all over again and see if we can start all over again. As a late bloomer here, I'm here to tell you, I done missed many 9-year cycles. I done missed them. So I'm just saying, I know, right? Hold the door, please. Yeah. They won't be holding the door, however. They won't be holding the door. The door will be closing. It will be closing. So let's talk about some of these things that's going to come up. And again, it's going to challenge you in a way, keyword, that is challenging. It's not going to be some shit you want to do. I promise you. That's not a challenge. You want me to eat a piece of Godiva? No problem. That's not my challenge. But it's going to challenge you in areas of your life that you hold deep, dear, close to you. Mm-hmm. 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 And mostly, it's going to require you to really focus on you. And for some of you, it's going to require you to just put that shit out there. See, tonight, I must confess, it's a little different for me in my Zen Zone area as a universal citizen. I love our soul family. I love each of you, but tonight, I don't really give up what you think. And I don't really care if no one else understands what I'm understanding here. Because, see, that's a part of my challenge, is that I want to help. I want to be of service, and I want to kind of give you thoughts, but I want to kind of stay in my comfort zone. I kind of want to stay. I don't want to go too far out the norm of what everybody else has said, or what you read in a book, or what other people think, or what other people feel, or, you know, I don't want to kind of seem like I'm crazy because I'm telling you something maybe you've never heard before. No one's never really put it that way, or you can't find it in a book, or it's nothing you've studied, or you ain't never heard that shit before. I don't really care. But I'm being honest, it's a challenge for me. Look how many years we talked about the chakras, and I kept telling you, let's stay. When I finally got the courage, I said, let's stay textbook. Root chakra red, heart chakra green, crown chakra da 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 da. Look how many years it took for me to tell y'all, I don't see that shit like that. I've never seen it that way. Ever have I seen it that way. Not since I've been 2 have I seen it that way. When I didn't know what a chakra was, I didn't see it that way. But I'm way past the Zen Zone. And I'm not just giving you random, unexplored, untethered, deeply intrinsic, low-level channels. I'm giving you some shit you can feel, and you know it's real. And it's facts, not because I say, because you've worked with what I've given you and you've seen results. You've had solutions. There's been changes. But I'm going to be honest, I struggle with it sometimes. I struggle with, it's going a little too far. Don't say that. You're going to piss some of the people off who built their whole lives and reputation off of these things. And then they're going to be in these cosmic streets saying, well, Ms.Blue said, because I get in trouble for that. Well, I used to a lot. Well, Ms.Blue told me, and Ms.Blue said, and Ms.Blue said. And a lot of people will say, well, she doesn't know what the hell she's talking about. And I'm okay with that too. I'm okay with that. I'm absolutely okay with that. And I need you to be okay with that area of your life. And if that area of your life is you are not authentically doing something you love, you're not doing something that your spirit is calling you to do, that you face that. And you face that with the sort of integrity and love that you are willing not to burn the whole house down, but you are willing to be committed to getting outside of your comfort zone and figuring out what direction you want to go in next. That you want to go in next. And for some of you, it will be, I love that. It will be burning down the whole house, ripping the shit up and starting all over. You might have started a business. You might have created something. And I can tell you right now, in this eclipse season, if you think you got that shit figured out, talk to my ass in 9 months. Let me see where you at with it. Let me see what you think you figured out and you know and you got and you finna do. Let me see where it's at. Be open to change. This isn't about forcing something to happen. Rather than it's understanding why it has to happen. Because at the core and the essence of what's happening right now, that is going on with you at this present moment, I got to remind myself I'm in the Zen Zone. I got to remind myself. I have to remind myself of that. I have to remind myself I'm in that Zen Zone. I have to remind myself. And it's about your life purpose. And contrary to popular belief, your life purpose your life purpose is not just you being here. It's more than that, because it's a soul purpose that's there. I want to kind of give some context to where the Zen Zone came from, and then I want to share something beautiful with you. For those of you, if you go back to 2014, I did a show about the Zen Zone and talked about it. And in that show in 2014, if you look at the word, let me have everyone write the word citizen down. And I'm going to show you the channel that came up in 2014 about the Zen Zone. Write the word citizen down. Spell citizen out. Spell it out. You see citizen? If you look at the end of citizen, and this was a channel that came through in 2014. If you look at the end of citizen, what do you see at the end of citizen? You see Zen. You see the word Zen. And in order to be a citizen, to be a universal citizen, which is what the channel was. It was a universal citizen. I have a big channel on this that we had discussed and plans that if things align, then we will still continue to move forward on this universal citizen. You will see the Z there. Absolutely, Brother Lance. And that Z is for zenith. Let me have someone look up the word zenith. I want us all to Google the word zenith so you can understand the meaning of zenith. If we can understand what zenith is. When you have reached the zenith point, and I've talked about back in the day, it used to be a television called Zenith. They used to have the Zenith. Zenith means the highest point. That's when you've met the highest point. The universal citizenship is the highest point. It is the celestial point. That's right, the celestial body. It is a given point of observation. If you can get to the zenith point, then you will be at the highest point of your evolution, of your understanding. That's it. You will be there. You will be able to see it. You will reach this celestial body. You'll be in commune with the highest point. So, and you can go back and check 2014 to when that came in so you can understand that whole point of where the Zen Zone came from. Yeah. Now I want you to look up the word CITI and the definition of CITI, which is before citizen. The cita refers to the power of consciousness. Listen at me. It refers to the power of consciousness. So you have now the power of your consciousness, and you have the Zen or the zenith, the highest celestial point. That's what a citizen is. And you think about the universal citizen. See, there's different when you're a citizen and when you're a universal citizen. This is taking you out of anything that is in the physical. We are now evolving ourselves to a higher state of consciousness, of understanding. That's right. To see or witness. That's right. That's right. Brother Lance, thank you for that. And the acronym for CITI is a collaboration. It's a collaborative effort. It's a training. It's an initiative. It is something you are being initiated into. When you become a universal citizen. Now, this was something that came in 2014 that sort of kind of went under the radar, because at one time I actually was going to do a whole complete show on it, and we just didn't. It just wasn't time at that particular time. We did, however, did shows about the zenith. We did shows about the Zen point, which was in that, the Zen Zone, which was in that show. And we talked about universal citizens, what it meant to be a universal citizen. And so here we are revisiting this again in 2023, the Zen Zone. So I want you to understand it, and I want you to understand it from that particular point, that this week you will need to be coming from a higher state of consciousness. You need to be at the zenith point. You need to be at a celestial level. Yes, Griffin, the CITI is a Sanskrit word that refers to the power of consciousness. This is why I tell you, don't throw shit away in your life. We tend to forget. This is why I tell you all, make sure you, if you don't do anything but send yourself an email, because that's going to be your receipt. Because see, information gets shuffled around, and sometimes, not always, we tend to forget where we're getting shit from. And it's in our subconscious, and it comes out, all to be used, all to be dealt with. But definitely you want to make sure when things are coming to you and you are writing them down, that you also have some point of reference. So when your higher self or your consciousness brings it to your attention, you can have a understanding why. You can have a understanding where it came from. You can have a overstanding of where your spirit is calling you. So wherever you see this and you understand the Zen Zone, add this. Don't throw away your definition, your meaning of what it meant to you and how you connected yourself with it, but add this so you will have more depth to your understanding of what that means to you. I just shared to you what it came to mean to me back in 2013, 2014. So now here we are, and we get to benefit from this information. So you can have a benefit of this information because you're going to need it this week. I'll just cut to the chase because I know y'all want me to get to the point. I'm gonna get to the point. You're going to be sort of pushed outside of your Zen zone in areas where you refuse to go. Number one, it has to do with your ego. And most of us, that's what we're going to be battling. And we'll be battling our textbook version of what we feel our ego is. Our textbook, our lower mind, the jealousy, the hurt, the pain, the victim, the codependent relationships, I'm not good enough, nothing never works for me, this mentality, or I'm going to get you back, I can't stand this person, I hate that, and I can't stand that, this kind of energy, or I'm going to F you up, this kind of energy. And I want you to know that energy is going to be up for grabs. Literally. Kind of like the football game between the damn Jets and the Eagles, but we won't go there. But it's going to be up for grabs. It's going to be up for grabs. And if you find yourself reacting, overreacting. You're going to give up your Zen Zone. You're going to give it up. And this ain't the week you want to give it up. This isn't the week you want to give up on yourself either. This is not the week you want to get up. This is the week that you make that, what I call that save me list, playlist. You got to have a save me list. That list, when you writing shit down, you got them songs on there, not the ones that make you cry and boo-hoo, and nothing wrong with that. But the ones that make you say, you know what? No matter where we are, we're going to move past this. This is that week. You want to do that. And you want to stay focused. You don't want to go back into your past life, because many of us are going to be challenged with shit we did in our past life, mistakes we made in our past life. And so we're going to be scared that we're going to make another mistake. Was this the right move? You're going to start questioning, is this the right job that I'm deciding to do? And I'm putting all my effort in here. You're going to start to question everything. And I just want you to hold that. I want you to hold that and just kind of put it aside. You know, it's going to be people in your life that just don't want to grow. And you want to help them. Some of them may be your children. Some of them may be your partners. Some of them may be your best friends. Some of them may be your mamas. Some of them may be your daddies. You know, some of them may be people you deeply care and love. And you just desperately want to help them in some kind of way, get out of some pain, some misery, some debt, some grief, some emotional trauma, some drama. But they don't want to. You're going to have to bless them and allow them to be. And that's going to be hard. Because I know if you're here, a big part of your heart is we want to serve, we want to help, we want to give. So everybody gets a pass this week. Don't try me. Don't try me, because see, after this week, I may come back and get your ass. But everybody gonna get a pass this week. You can get a pass. Because I'm not going to miss my opportunity for my soul to grow. Yeah, look, we just got to keep it real. You know me, I'm going to keep it real and raw. It may not be what you want to hear, but I told y'all I'm in that zone. I want you to understand. You can try me this week, but just remember, I can circle back, you know? I'm just letting you know I will circle. No, I'm just teasing. But here's the point. Just take a note of it. And then here's the other thing. No judgments, no major decisions such as, fuck it, we done. We're finished. We're done. It's over. You know how Drake say, it's over, and I'm gone. No, none of that. Give yourself to Venus Day. Give yourself until Friday before you even can begin to start to make such harsh, such definite, such lines in the sand decision. Friday. Give yourself to Friday. Just pull out your pad, pull out your pen, And as I say, nope to my motherfucking self. Got you. You know how when your mama say, got you, you do something, she say, oh, I got you. Mm-hmm. That's what you're going to say. But internally, you're saying this to people. Got you. Mm-hmm. Because right now, we're all just sort of kind of riding the cosmic waves. And everybody has an area of their life, and it's going to be different for all of us. And so there's going to be some people who need to assert themselves in a different kind of way. I'm not trying to tell you to be nobody's punching bag. But what I am trying to tell you is we're not here for the small battles. But the victory, we shall take home the victory. So we're not getting caught up in the small stuff. See, most of the things that's really going to get you are these nugs and tools and pulls that you're going to be getting from past lives. These are things from the past life because you're going to look in your life and say, I'm way past this bullshit. Mm-hmm. Way past this. Priestess Melanie said, what about the babies? Oh, the babies are going to be fine. Because they're too innocent and they haven't been as jacked up as our asses yet. So they're going to be fine. They're going to do what they do. And our job is just to love them, support them, and offer them a way to balance themselves. And let them know we're not taking anything too serious this week. But come Friday, I might have to holler at you. But mommy's not taking anything too serious this week, and I don't want you to either. Okay? Everybody is going to be on notice. Mm-hmm. And as always, this goes without saying, but I want you all to know loving yourself. This is always the best way that will trump everything, is when you're staying in love with you. It's not that you're ignoring other people, but realize when people are doing things to act out, to get attention, to do certain destructive things, they're attempting to find their own Zen zone. And a lot of us, here's another thing that will close that elevator door, has a lot to do with illusions in our minds that have sent us on an unhealthy path. An unhealthy path. We're going to have to sever those ties, and we're going to feel a little lost because maybe for the last 2-3 years or even longer, this is what we've been living for, and it's going to be a little challenging to find a new way to be without this thing that was driving you, because your higher self is now stepping in to get you on a higher path, on a higher road, something that's in the best interest for you and everything connected in your life, which is more connected to your soul's purpose. I want to give a big shout out, and let me ring the bell, to Shaniqua for that super chat donation. I am so grateful. I am so grateful. I am so grateful. She said, thank you for the tools, techniques, messages, and download you give us. These last 2 shows has been powerful. I am thankful and I'm grateful for all you share. Thank you so much for that, Shaniqua, and sending you so much love. And by the way, I want to say this too. Shouts out to Cheyenne as well as part of Planet Remix. And I'll have to go look at the names, but many of you have been sending donations in for Planet Remix. And I want to say thank you so much. Mm-hmm. 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 I want to say thank you. And I want to say thank you to everyone in the Blue Room. You guys are putting up some amazing insight, and I know it's beneficial to everyone, and most importantly, beneficial to you. So I love that. I absolutely love that. And it's a way that we can come back and we can look at the shows and we can actually see the shows and we can actually go back and have that content, because I want us to come back, especially over the next 6 months, especially over the next 9 months, especially over the next 18 months, to come back and really see. Sometimes, and I'll tell you, for me, doing this work and being in places, we know everything is being recorded, but where my work is so recorded in such a big way, I get to go back and I get to hear myself. I think that's powerful for me, because whenever I'm speaking to the collective. I'm speaking to all of us. I'm included. I'm not excluded. Sometimes I think y'all come at me like I think I'm excluded. And let me just be clear. I'm not excluded. I'm learning. I'm growing. Am I at a different level of accountability at this present moment? Hell yes, I am. And I take that straight to the higher self in my heart. I do. So I'm not saying that I get to just wild the fuck out, because that's not it either. I take responsibility for the things that I'm putting out, the things that I'm saying, and the things that I'm connected with, but I'm also growing in the process. I personally don't feel that I've even begun to scratch the surface. This is how I can tell you about this opportunity closing, because I done missed the many of them. And the 9-year cycles just keep rolling by. And I keep looking in the mirror and I keep saying, listen, I feel like I'm getting younger. That was a joke. Maybe not a good one, but it was a joke. But you get the point. You get the point. So this is really an opportunity for change. And I know we all say we all about that life. I know we all say we're about that life and we love change, bring it on. And we can quote those words and we can say these words, oh, everything is about change and we're always change. Yeah, that shit sounds good. It sounds good. Until it's your child in the cage with the gorilla. Do y'all remember that, when that baby fell in the cage with the gorilla? And everybody around the world had something to say about what they did to the gorilla, what they did to the child, what should happen to the parent. And that's when I said, yeah, that became my new saying. Oh yeah, it's all fun and good to say all of these little quotes and say all of these little things until your child is in the cage with the gorilla. And then you're going to have a whole nother way of saying, well, I take that with all of the work that we're doing and the things that we're learning and the things that we're experiencing and the things that we're sharing with other people and sharing with ourselves and even speaking out of our mouths. You say that until it's your child in with the gorilla. So we know that these can be some very uncomfortable situations, and on the surface, the shit can look messy, ugly, nasty, dirty, and maybe even stink a little bit. But we know eventually something beautiful has the potential to grow. I say that with the air of caution. The potential to grow. Because everything with potential does not maximize its potential. When you learn something about yourself, it doesn't mean that you're going to stay at that potential. Potential is like possibility. It takes action. It takes determination. It takes focus. It takes will. It takes purpose. It takes a community. It takes learning. It takes challenges. It takes growth to get there. We all have endless potential, but it doesn't mean that we will all maximize our potential. We can do all things, but it doesn't mean that we can do all things. We have the potential to do all things. But it doesn't mean that you will do all things. It doesn't. And I think sometimes we set ourselves up for failure, not the world, but we do. Because we think we can do anything we can put our minds to. Listen how that sounds. Not your spirit, not your heart, not your soul. Your mind. I'm just saying, it's just one for all of us to grow on. So I'm going to give you those dates. Wednesday, but from the week, starting the 14th, we're going to count the 14th, and we're going to go all the way to the 20th, which is Friday. I need you to be in your Zen Zone. I need you to be in your Zen Zone, and I need you to just kind of side eye a lot of things and know that everyone is trying to ride these cosmic waves out here. Everyone, including you. You got to give yourself space and you got to give yourself grace, but you also got to be strong enough, loving enough to know when you're bullshitting yourself and not fall back into those bad habits. Sometimes when we get insecure, we want to become more sexual. We're moving towards this Scorpio energy, and we'll be in this Scorpio moon. And you may want to get out here and just kind of, And I'm not saying you shouldn't. Just make sure when you're doing it that this is not an old habit that did not get you where you want. Some of you, you're going to want to double down on the relationships you have, and you're going to almost be like a low-key stalker, trying to contact that person, trying to contact this, trying to do this, and let it go. Just go put Frozen on and let that shit go. Johnny Mac made a very good point. He said that's why Jada and Will is all over the media. The question is your will to do the work. Being Jada by the past, Tupac, and other distractions. Absolutely great analogy. They are playing that out, and I hate it so much for them. Because I truly have love for both Will and Jada. And for those of you who don't remember, there is a great classic show in the archives of Planet Remix where I interviewed a gentleman who Will Smith made a promise to when he was filming the Muhammad Ali movie. And he had to get Will and Jada's permission to come on the show to tell the story he had never told to anyone. It is the peasant who be king, and how Will helped him and sort of changed his life based on a promise he made to him while he was filming the movie Muhammad Ali. Very interesting story about this brother who Will Smith made a promise to him and told him, if you ever make it to America, I got you. I want you to think about that. These are the kind of things that I think about when I think about Will Smith. I think he's an incredible actor and all of that. But this was something personal, a personal story I connected with Will Smith on. He told Will Smith that he wanted to come to America. And Will Smith told him, if you ever make it to America, I got you. This young brother walked all throughout the continent of Africa, left his country of Mozambique, and went to other cities collecting money. And when it happened, he only had $100 in his pocket, maybe 1 or 2 sets of clothes, and he made it to California based on a promise from years ago. You know what kind of integrity that shit is? To have that kind of integrity that you tell somebody something and here this person comes 5, 6, 7 years later. He made it to California. It took him a while because he only had Will Smith's barber's number to get in touch with Will Smith. He couldn't even speak English. He was staying at a hotel, ran out of money, and was basically homeless on the street. Will Smith's barber passed the message on. Will sent a car, scooped him up, and kept his promise. He kept his promise. So it's hard for me to hear what the media is saying about Will and Jada, because some incredible things came out in that story about her. It's hard to say. It's hard looking at the surface to judge either one of them in any of this. Because one thing is for sure, and I will tell you for me personally, I know the kind of integrity Will Smith has because I got to witness it through the brother who came on my show. I know his integrity. And that just doesn't go away overnight. And so I would say a lot of times things look very ugly on the surface, but I can tell you this just from dipping into the records and just kind of glancing at it. I didn't spend too much time in there because after all, I got all of you to worry about and me, right? We ain't got time for them. No, we do. I still work with a lot of A-listers and celebrities. I do. I don't talk about it, but I did. And they didn't ask me to look into this. I did this myself. And I just feel like it's going to be a few months before we get to the other side of this story. But I can tell you this, there are no victims here. There's no victims in this story. We may not like it. It may have disrupted our perception of what we thought they were as a couple, as a family together. But there are no victims. And it's coming at a very interesting time in humanity because it's an opportunity for us to look in our own lives and our relationships and to see where maybe we've been misguided or delusional about a connection or about some sort of affection or something we have with someone. Constantly I keep hearing stories about, oh, Jada is obsessed with Tupac. Well, what have you been obsessed with? Who have you been obsessed with? What old relationship have you been chasing? What old title have you been totally obsessed with? What old thing have you been totally obsessed with and you can't let go? See, the only difference is their life is being played out on the big screen. But I'm sure if you were to look in your own life, you're going to see some shit that somebody done told you. Why don't you just let it go? And Johnny, I don't know if Will has this under control. I don't see anything. This whole illusion of what the eclipse is here to bring is to let you know that shit you think you got under control is not under control. This is why the change is needed. And the tighter your grip, the deeper the thralls will thrust you into the darkness. And I promise you, where you're finding your greatest pain, ask yourself the question, what is it that I need to let go of at this moment? Because this would be your ego fighting to stay in control, when what your higher self is totally asking for is for you to surrender. In the words of my grandmama Rosalie, just stop. Just stop. You don't know how to let go? Just stop. What you're doing, stop it. Just stop. That's all you got to do. Just stop. That's it. Stop it. Stop it. And I know the person who needs to hear this is hearing this. Stop it. Please stop sending the emails. Please stop calling. Please stop chasing this person. Please stop making everything else about something, someone, or something else. Stop it. Stop it. Just stop. And in essence, we can see this playing out with this war. You have people saying, just stop. What do y'all do? Stop it. What are you doing? Just stop. But our ego, our pride, our fear, our traumas, our madness just won't let us stop. So we have a built-in system. A built-in system. And this built-in system comes in forms of these celestial movements called the eclipse. And the eclipse say, we're going to shut it down. We're going to stop you. And it may not be in the area you think. So it causes you to stop. To stop. To just stop. A lot of us, I run energy. My energy in my body is very electric. I blame my mama for this. She got struck by lightning when she was a child. And I tell you, she can stop watches. She can stop cars. She can stop anything with electricity. She the real female scissors. Edward Scissorhand. Remember that movie? So I run energy very deep in my body. And when my emotions are out of balance or in a less than high state, my physical body takes the hit. And many of you are like that too. So I'm very sensitive about energy, my energy first and foremost. That's right. She's like Storm Griffin, yes, in X-Men. So I'm very sensitive about my energy, and I'm sensitive about the energy around me because it will set up as dis-ease in my body. And many of you are that way too. And you don't want to get yourself riled up emotionally and have this energy create this electrical storm in your body. You don't. You want to take care of you. And you definitely want to take care of your mind. And the best way you can take care of your mind is by not giving it tasks it's not designed to do. Your light bill is due on the 18th. That's a mind job. You're trying to figure out what you need to do next in your life. That is not a mind job. Do not put that task on your mind. So you have to put things in front of you. If you enjoy cooking, cook. Bake some goods. Give it to a neighbor. Give it to a friend. Feed your family. Do some feng shui. Clean up your house. Clean up your mind by cleaning your house. Go work out. Go work out, in the morning when you start your day. Remember, in astrology, that 90-degree square means you must take action. So as soon as you wake up, less than 60 to 90 minutes, do something physical so your body has a way to begin to start moving this energy through you and helping you to ground. Do some toning with your words, with your frequency, with your energy. So you can move that energy through you. Don't get overstimulated, or do not let this abyss of social media and the internet call you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Do not get too wrapped up in that abyss. Take some time and allow your physical eyes to see the sun rise and see the sun set, because it will help you with your circadian rhythm, the rhythm inside of you, your frequency, your energy. It will help your body and everything function better. Get you a good playlist together. Find something creative to do, whether you draw, you paint, you dance, you sing, you play with the children, you go to the park, you get on the swing and you swing. You laugh. You sit in silence. You find a good, juicy book that is not overstimulating your mind. Some of you will need to learn something new, and some of you need to stop learning for the moment and rest in the truth of learning how to allow your intuition to guide you. Many of you will need to get out of your heart. And especially if you're listening here, you're not a new soul. So I tell you, stay out of your mind and stay out of your heart. Many of you are getting yourself in trouble because of your heart. You give too much. You love too much. You overdo shit too much. And it's causing you to make great mistakes. You know how to nurture. You know how to be kind. You know how to do all of this. Many of you need rest. You haven't had rest. And when I talk about rest, I'm not just talking about the physical body laying down. I'm saying you haven't been asleep in 10, 15 years. You're up at 3 in the morning and you go to bed at 1. Your mind is constantly gone and you are driving your mental brain insane. And if you do not find a way to let go of these past relationships, you will lose your mind. The ability to use it on your own. I'm just keeping it real. You've got to find a way to finally let that go so you can make room for some healthy new relationships. If you do not, you will lose your mind. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Some of you are on the verge of becoming a whole new person. And it's going to feel strange. It's going to be strange waking up. It's going to be strange going to sleep. It's going to be strange looking in the mirror. It's going to be strange hearing your name being called. It's going to feel a little different when someone touches your hand or holds your hand or when you're connecting. Because you're becoming new. Lean into it. Get curious about it. It's for your highest good. It's for your highest and your greatest good. Mm-hmm. If you're not in the blue room and reading Johnny Mac, you might want to get in here. I know that's right. I know that's right. I love it. I'm not going to say it out loud because I want everybody to come read this. And if you're listening to this show, you need to come read everyone's comments because they are just really getting it in the blue room tonight. So I love it. I absolutely love it. So you all understand what I'm saying. Here we are, almost 2 hours. But I know we all understand about the Zen Zone. And we understand about the universal citizen and being in that Zen zone. And how we even got to the Zen. The Zen is for the zenith point. I'll have to get the name of the show from 2014 that we did. And even one further back than that when we talked about the Zen. But I know you all got the point. I know you all got the point. So I want us to be in the Zen zone. And when we get to the 23rd, we just kind of want to slow motion with it. We want to kind of slow it down just a little bit. Make sure we got our head on a swivel. Make sure our intuition is there. And make sure we're focused. make sure we just kind of amp up that self-love for ourselves. And we are really taking clues from the universe. They're all the coincidence and everything that has been happening and still will continue to happen is something for you to pay attention to. Pay attention to. Make sure you keep it close to your heart. And yeah, and I bet you, I absolutely bet you everything is going to turn out lovely. So we're going to listen to some vibes. I'm going to come back, play a little bit of Baby Blue, and I'm going to be taking your phone calls. Happy Born Day to everyone celebrating a born day. What season are we in? Are we still in Libra season? Let me see. Where we at? We in Libra season. We still in Libra season, y'all. Yeah, we still in Libra season. We are. We're still in Libra season for now. Anyway, for right now. Aw, thank you for that. You know, here is something interesting, and I need to ask a question. Some of you said that you could not. Who's laughing in the background? You can hear that. That's Baby Blue. Yeah, she doing her own thing. That's her. You can hear her laughing in the background. See, if I was to tell her that, Brother Lance, she would tell me, you can't hear me. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. We can hear you loud and clear. We can hear you loud and clear. Yeah. She is doing her little thing with her group in Discord. They've been watching movies all day. All day. What a life, right? They've been watching good movies all day. Mm-hmm. So, oh, and by the way, I want to say shouts out to Donna and shouts out to our sister from Hawaii, from sending me some beautiful, absolutely beautiful, gorgeous pictures. Donna sending pictures from the Maldives and the pictures from Hawaii. Just shouts out. Happy birthday, Renika Brooks. Happy birthday. It's your 50th birthday. Oh, listen. What a beautiful thing, because this is all about that 5 energy, you know, on the eclipse, that rocker, you know. Happy 50th birthday. You know, 50 is the new 20. So happy 50th birthday. Happy 20th birthday, really. You know, whatever we want to say. Let's listen to some Baby Blue. I'm going to come back. We're going to get on the phone lines. And yeah, we're going to stay in the Zen Zone. And make sure once you get on the phone lines, you press 1. So that lets me know that you want to come on. You want to talk to me. So here we go.
La 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 la, the remix. Hey, this is Baby Blue. And remember, if nothing else moves you, life will.
Say it with me. If nothing else moves you, life will. If nothing else moves you, life will. If nothing else moves you, oh yeah, life will. Yeah, life will. Life will move you. If nothing else moves you, life will. Yeah, and again, happy born day. Happy born day. And one more thing I want to add. I want to give a big shout out to Sammy, who's in the building. Sammy has started a new business, and she has also completed some of her Reiki certification. So she is on her way to being a Reiki. Well, she's a Reiki healer now, but she's on her way to becoming a Reiki master. So big shouts out to Sammy. Show her some love. She's in the blue room. Want to show her so much love. I know Priestess Andrea said she had something coming up at the beginning of the year. She said check back with her at the beginning of the year. Shouts out to her as well. And just everyone in the building for all the things that you have, that we have on the horizon coming up. Yeah. So sending love out to everyone. Absolutely sending love out to everyone. Okay, so this is how we're going to do this. Let me get a pen. I need to find something to write with. And here we go. I need a pen and something to write with otherwise, because I'm just kind of going wherever spirit is leading me. So if I don't write the numbers down, I'm going to be somewhere all over the place. Please open the chakra course again. Well, we're still in the first 8 weeks, which is going super amazing, by the way. But we will have more things to come. Yes, it sold out quick. Y'all, listen. Y'all know how it is. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Let's get those likes up. Let's get those likes up in the blue room so we can let everyone know that we are live here on Planet Remix. So let's get the likes up. I'm about to go to the phone lines here. Let me give us some let me give us a little bit of music while I get a little bit of this liquid magic. By the way, be on the lookout because I will let you all know when I'm going to be posting for the opening for the one-on-one readings. And these are going to be readings. I don't want to give away the name just yet. Still waiting on spirit, but it will come with some liquid magic. So we'll talk about that. But we're going to listen to this. And then when I come back, we're going to go to the phone lines. I'm going to sip on a little bit of liquid magic, get some water. And yeah, so, just some good vibes right there. All right. So let's get ready to go to the phone lines. I'm going to kind of jump around here. So definitely just be ready. 515-605-9794 is the number to call. Press 1 once you get on the phone lines, because that's going to let me know that you're in queue. And yeah, you want to come on and you want to talk to me. So we're going to go to the caller calling in from area code 3463. 3463, you're live on Planet Remix. Please tell us who you are and where you're calling from. 3463.
Hello.
Hello, greetings. Who's on the line, please?
Hi.
Hi.
This is Cancela.
Who's on the line, please?
Cancela.
Say it a little louder.
Cancela.
Canceller or chancellor?
It's spelled like Kinsela.
Canceller. Kinseller. Kinseller.
Yes, Ms.Blue.
I'm going to get it right. I apologize. Welcome on in, Kinseller. Is this your first time calling in?
Yes, it's my very first time. I didn't think you were going to actually answer my call.
Oh, well, you definitely must be doing something right in these cosmic streets because you did get on. You want to tell everybody where you're calling from?
Yes, I'm from Houston, Texas.
Oh, okay, you're calling from H-Town. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. How can I help?
Let's see.
Hello?
Yes, I was just going to a more quieter space
Oh,
in my home.
okay.
So yes, ma'am. I had a feeling that you were gonna answer this time. I feel like I just want to ask you about my current energies. Like I've really been learning into myself lately, and I feel like I'm in the process of breaking like heavy generational cycles, and it's just been like this eclipse energy has just been very wild. Like it's been really crazy, but it's been a journey. It's been a process. I've been experiencing a lot of vivid dreams with my ancestors. My grandmother specifically, she visited me in my dream last night before the eclipse. Today, or was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. The night before the eclipse, I had a dream about her, and she was guiding me to her room, and she told me to go down the hall and take a right, and there was like a trap door, like inside, like the movie Narnia, and it's like in the cupboard or in the closet, and there was a trap door underneath it, inside of it, and I looked behind me, and there was a painting that said, "You are the missing piece."
And so what did you take away from that?
What I felt like was, I felt like she was telling me to just focus on myself and be the change for myself.
Yeah. And how did that make you feel?
It made me feel like like I'm strong enough to do it. I struggle with isolation, and I'm learning the difference between isolation and solitude these days.
Yes.
So I'm starting to really see that solitude is different, and it's a space of growth. I'm definitely seeing how I need to. Everybody's not really coming with me during this time, and I definitely feel like a flower or a plant or a tree that's like cutting off her dead leaves, to grow.
Mm-hmm. 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 Well, I'll tell you, I love that you were able to process that and just kind of get a good understanding from that. A great thing for you to do is to make sure you're writing it down, like keep a journal and write those thoughts down there. So, what is your question for me? Because it looks like you have a great handle on interpreting that dream that you had. You want me to take a look at your energy, but tell me what you want me to take a look at your energy for.
I guess for my purpose, I want to know my purpose. I kind of already figured that I'm a healer,
Mm-hmm.
but I have these like very strong. My spiritual gifts have been getting like really stronger
Mm-hmm. That's a good
lately,
thing.
like since August at least, around my birthday,
Mm-hmm.
and I guess I just really want to know like who's on my spirit team as well, like my ancestors.
Mm-hmm. Well, you definitely know you have your grandmother with you. Your grandmother is there with you as well. I see someone else, but he's almost giving father, uncle vibes. So is your father still with us, or did you have an uncle or someone who was like a father or uncle figure pass away?
Yeah, my dad, he's still with me. I had a uncle
Mm-hmm.
that did pass away, but I wasn't that close to him. But he was just there in my childhood
Mm-hmm.
for like comfort, like a source of comfort.
Yeah.
As a father figure, I don't know. My grandpa,
Mm-hmm.
he died before I was really like old enough to really get to know him. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't say fatherly figure.
Well, I would say this is given more father slash uncle vibes, which is pretty interesting. So I'm going to say that this is your uncle who is definitely there cheering you on as well. So you have lots of ancestors that are with you at this particular time. You're at a beautiful space where you are. I want to give you a couple of things to kind of go. Number one, definitely I want you to work on grounding yourself. And I think it's exciting because I really can see you as a healer working in the healing arts. I also see that you have this affinity with energy in your hands. So that could even start out as you doing some sort of massage therapy or doing something with healing, even if it's with the sound bowls, because you're really sensitive to sounds and frequencies. So even if it's sound healing through using tuning forks or using crystal bowls or using crystals and Reiki or some form of energy. This is something great for you to start researching because right now you have to gain some clarity, and that clarity of just understanding by reading and research, it's going to help you get confidence. And then you can start to move into more of what you want to be purposeful of. I don't want you to think of a soul purpose as a final destination because it is not. We have soul purposes that we are operating in at this time, and we will continue as we grow and evolve. So it's not a soul purpose, it's going to be that one, but it is that thing that really moves you to the core at your soul, where you're at. Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So I would love to see you really thinking about taking a course and really working with that. But I want to kind of backtrack a little bit because I need to talk to you about this energy that's going on between you and your mother. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Yeah. She like, ah, man, Ms.Blue, just when you was doing good. Now you done went and brought my mama into this. So I want to give you this. And the number one thing that I want you to know, your mother is really doing her very best to protect you. This is from her point of view, and I want you to just stay open to this, okay? And also to help you understand that the whole world, even though you are her world, that the whole world just doesn't revolve around you. And your mother is in her best and her most authentic self as she is, really trying to get you to understand. Because, see, when you move outside of the constraints of her, you're going to figure out that the whole world doesn't revolve around you. However, you can build your world. Get it?
Yes.
Very different than the world revolving around you and you building your world. And where your insecurities are coming from right now. And I hope you heard the first part of the show. If you didn't, make sure you download and come back and listen, because you don't have a foundation within yourself enough. And this is why you're feeling so insecure about it. And your mother's trying to get you in the position so you can build your world. So you don't have to rely on the world revolving around you. Okay?
What you mean? And when you spoke on confidence, I definitely feel like I do struggle with confidence. I struggle with my throat chakra a lot.
Oh, no, ain't nothing wrong with your throat chakra. You know how to pop off. Nothing is wrong with that throat. I mean, you talking real sweet to me, but look, I can see you. I'm reading your energy. Nothing is wrong with your throat chakra. In fact, you have a beautiful throat chakra. I want you to use it for your highest good. That's what Ms.Blue wants you to do. It's nothing wrong with your throat chakra. I don't want you to change anything about that. You have some beautiful ideas, but you're going to have to come out of letting your mind lead you. And you're going to have to lead. You need to lead with your heart. And I need you to start taking some action. Okay? I heard you talk about this isolation thing and solitude. And again, the world doesn't revolve around you, and time waits for no one. If you don't know, I'm sure your mother can take you back to that movie with Kid and Play. You can probably watch it on YouTube for free. House Party, watch House Party, and you will understand about time not waiting for anyone. And right now, time is of the essence. So I want you to be dedicated and focused, right? And you can use this week to reading, to doing some research, and to educating yourself on those subjects that bring you joy, that light you up, that you're interested in. Take some solid notes, start getting you a good plan and a strategy for you to move forward. And in the midst of that, I want you to also work on your self-love. You're calling it confidence, but this has to do with your self-love. Who, by the way, you blame all of it on your mama. And that's just not the truth. It's just not the truth. And if you can move past that, and I just need you to do me one favor. You still with me? Because I feel you fading. You still with me?
Yes, I'm still with you.
I just need you to grow up just a little bit and make sure you understand that you ask your mother, how was your day today? Ask her to tell you about some things when she was growing up, and you're going to find out that you're more like her than you think you are different. And see, because I really know that once you work this part out, see, our mother energy is our feminine energy. And everything that you want to do with energy and healing, all of this is connected to your maternal, your mother's side that you got from your mother. You're going to realize that you and her are more alike than you're separate, but you're so busy bickering you can't see that. So Ms.Blue just needs you to grow up just a little bit. You had that birthday, need you to grow up just a little bit. Realize the world doesn't revolve around you, and you have to care about things outside of you. Okay? And sometimes parents are just not fair, and it's okay. Right? Because maybe one day you'll be a parent and you'll understand. But know that she's coming from a place of love, and I need you to come from a place of love because she's not the enemy. And then you're going to see, you're going to get more support. She's going to be more open to hear these crazy, wild ideas that you come up with in the middle of the night that you want everybody to revolve it around you. That can happen, but you have to start at a neutral ground. Okay? Got to start there.
Okay.
Ooh, no. Ooh, no. She said, okay, I guess. Listen, it's going to be worth your while. Your mother loves you, and I know you love your mother dearly. And I understand she can get on your nerves because your mother came from a different time. She struggled a little different than you did, okay, in her life. And her goal is to make sure none of her children have to go and struggle and do these crazy to the left, to the left, to the left things. Her way is to work hard, hit the books, and that's the only way. And the only way she's going to be able to hear you is if you just open up yourself a little bit more and let her know, I do hear you, and also share what you're thinking.
You know, Ms. Blue, I really feel that you're right because I have been closed off to her for like some years. I just feel like my parents, they really try to control me. I feel like I'm a free spirit, and they like to try to put me in a box, or like whenever I'm around them, they try to my mother specifically, she tries to like impose her beliefs on me, like religious beliefs and stuff, and I just want to be able to be accepted for myself and not feel like I have to conform and just
and you don't.
I guess that's why
you don't have to conform. You don't. And I know that can be rough, but here's what I'm telling you. But you don't have to hate her for where she's at. Just understand it. They will leave you alone if you say you understand. You don't have to. When I say I understand, it doesn't mean I agree. I understand. All your mama wants to hear is you ain't chasing the devil. That's it. If you would let her know, Mama, I promise I'm not chasing no devil, she'll leave you alone. But you want her to think you chasing the devil. And that's where the argument comes. Just let her know. Give her what she wants. Mom, I'm not chasing the devil. That's it.
Wow.
But your ego won't give her that satisfaction. So she just sits up going crazy, thinking, oh, Lord, we got to save her. Let her know I'm not chasing the devil.
Yeah. That's crazy you say that because she used to call me like an actual an actual demon in the past. Like, it really hurts my feelings.
Yeah, I
And I
know.
just don't know how I can let her know that because,
You can let her
I
know.
mean, Miss
And
Blue,
come on, let's face it. You was doing some pretty demonistic shit too.
like, what?
Yeah, you was pretty bad. You was pretty defiant. You was pretty bad. But it's okay. A demon isn't even a bad person. I'm trying to make you laugh here while you get the courage to talk to your mother, but understand your mother loves you. She just comes from a different school of thought and a different era. And just let her know you're not chasing the demon. That's not what you're doing. And that your heart is filled with love. And that's what you want for your life. That's what you want for her life. And you would love to have her help support you. That's it. That's all she's asking for. You probably won't even be able to talk to her after that because she's going to be crying because that's all she do. Break down and cry. Like her life is just over. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You got this.
Oh, wow.
You got this. You got this.
Yeah.
You got this.
Yeah, Miss Blue, I'm so grateful to speak to you because I just been in need of some guidance right now in these times.
Mm.
And I really have been feeling kind of alone since I moved back with my parents.
You're not alone.
My last relationship didn't go well,
and that was
kinda
for, now you want to talk about demon, that was for the best. That was so unhealthy. That was unhealthy.
Yeah.
That was unhealthy. And both of you needed to grow up, but you deserve so much more. You really do. And it's okay. We don't have to hate him either. But listen, you are on the right path. You are making good decisions for you, right? And you are taking your time. And all you got to do is just let them all know it's okay. Nobody move. Nobody get hurt. I'm not chasing no devil. And everybody's going to be fine. You can let your mama hear this. Let her hear what I told her. You can let her hear this. Let her hear it. Because you love your mother and your mother loves you. Your family loves you. And I don't want you to feel that being here is some sort of punishment. Because it's not. It's not. It's not a punishment. This is you finally saying, I'm going to show up for me. And I know maybe not how I'm going to get there in my life, maybe not even what I'm going to be doing to get there, but I see this vision of me in my life and I have to make some changes in order to get there. And one of those changes is to face one of the fears you never wanted to do, which was go back in the home of your parents. But you're there. And you're there for a good reason if you hone into that. Because as long as you think it's something negative, it has to be. And I'm telling you, it's not. It's one of the best decisions you've made over the course of the last couple of years. So now it's time to hit the ground running. It's time to start doing some research. It's time to start understanding. You want to be a healer. You feel like you're being called. I want you to do some really good research. There's some amazing classes out there. There's some amazing work that you can begin to do. There is books that you can read. There is research you can do. There is classes you can take, right? There are things that you can do so you can start to have a solid foundation of moving forward. What I just don't want you to forget along the way is you. Because in relationships, you let you go. Just like you let you go with your parents, you let you go when you're in a relationship. And everything becomes about what everybody else thinks and not what you think. I need you to get in a place of love. See, because when you're in love, You don't need everyone to bow down to you, and everyone doesn't have to agree to you. When you love yourself, you can allow others to be who they are, and you can be who you are. Mm-hmm. And oh, yes, thank you for that, Gio. And you can take one of my classes, but it doesn't even have to be for me. It can be somewhere where you feel you're really going to get, but I need you to do some research. Do some research. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you for calling in. I'm going to give you some sparkles. Maybe get off the call and give your mother a nice hug and tell her you love her and tell her thank you. You don't even have to go into the explanation. Just tell her you love her and thank her. Yeah. All right?
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, Ms. Blue.
You're so welcome. And make sure you come back because I want to hear how that goes. And remember what I told you. The world doesn't revolve around you, but you can build your own world. And that's the beauty. Okay?
Okay.
All right. And you're never alone. You're never alone. You got ancestors, spirit guides. You got Planet Remix. We will always be here for you. So peace and love. Hold the line.
Peace.
How beautiful. First call. We're going to go to the next caller. Calling in from area code 8035. 8035, you're live on Planet Remix. Please tell us who you are and where you're calling from. Da, 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 da. 8035. Going once. Going twice. All right, we're gone. 8035 is not answering. We can go to the next caller. We're going to go to the next caller calling in from area code 3474. 3474, you're live on Planet Ooh, 3474.
Hello.
Hello, greetings. Who's on the line? We can hear your vents or your heater or your air conditioner in the background.
Whoa. Hello?
Yes, hello.
Oh, it is me. Okay. Hi, Ms. Blue.
Hi.
Okay, it's me. I just wanted to make sure.
I love you. That's okay. I love you guys. Y'all are a mess. She said, whoa, it's me. Yeah, it's you.
Damn. Okay. It's me, Ms. Blue. Purple Rain.
Oh, greetings, Purple Rain. Purple Rain. Purple Rain. Whatever you are standing next to has some high. What is it?
Yeah, that's my heater. Yeah.
Yeah, that heater is.
It's cold in these Brooklyn streets.
Yeah, I know.
Shoot.
I know. It's time of the year. Yeah. Well, it's coming through. We getting hot over here.
Dang. Okay. Okay. Let me focus here. Okay.
Yeah. The temperature done heated up over here. The Blue Room had to open up the windows. It's hot. You done made it hot.
Don't let all the good air out. Nope. There's not time for that. But it was two questions, right, that I wanted to ask. Because, for the past 2 months, I've been, my emotions have been, I've been feeling, ungrounded, kind of topsy-turvy,
Mm-hmm.
And like this month, I've been feeling like just a bit better compared to like last month, but just been very frustrated with a lot of things. And as we were talking earlier about feeling just frustrated with with your life, and you want to see like major changes, and that's what I've been like really praying about.
Good. Good.
And it was like I needed like some clarity like on like my next steps, and first thing was like, okay, I'm applying to like other jobs, right?
Good.
And it's like I'm not like so certain about like which positions I really want to go into, because the ones that I really want to go into, like that I feel like more brighter about, I'm just like I don't think I can do that for right now, because like I don't really like the money is like not there like that. And
okay, so wait a minute. So are you telling me what you want to do you can't apply for?
No, like, well,
do me a
what
favor.
I really want to
Do me a favor. Is there any way you can cut that heater off for just a moment? Because this is disturbing my zen.
Damn. Okay. Shoot.
Don't worry.
Right.
When you hear
I got
it,
you.
when you hear the playback, you gonna know what we saying. Yeah.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, y'all.
That's okay. Is there any way we can get you out? Like
Oh,
yeah.
Turn it off like right now. I use my remote.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a few seconds more. If you,
okay.
Okay. In the process of shutting off. Yeah, my bad, y'all.
It's okay.
Jeez.
I just want to make sure everyone can hear you. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is it better? It's better now. It's better.
It's still kind of humming in the background, but
Oh, that could be. It's humming.
Did you cut it off?
Yes.
Okay, so do me a favor. Make sure you don't have any windows open on your phone.
Any windows? Oh, okay. Let me see. Okay. How about now?
Okay. Are you talking on speakerphone or directly on a headset, earbuds?
Headset.
Can you get off the headset?
Oh, okay. Do you want me to put you on speaker?
First, get off the headset and let's see.
Can you hear me?
I just want you to know. You took us to the 14th dimension and back. Between your heater and that headset, I have literally went around the world about a good 30 times.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. My goodness.
I hope that's better for y'all. Wow.
Everybody came out of their Zen Zone.
Sorry.
Priestess Erica said, thank you, Ms.Blue. I was in 1984. Listen.
Well, dang.
I done went into past lives.
1984.
I done went into future lives. I went around the planet, I know, a good 14 times.
Sheesh. Well, I just call my phone raggedy like in different languages right now. Sheesh. Well, she's pretty sturdy for me, so.
I love it. I love it. Okay. Whew. Whew. Okay, I'm so glad we made it past that. Ooh, no wonder you call yourself
Oh.
Purple Rain, honey. You was-
Oh no, not the jokes.
I
Oh
love it.
shoot.
I absolutely love it. No, no, no. It's a beautiful thing. So, the first thing, and I heard you say in the beginning that last month you felt kind of ungrounded, kind of all over the place. And this month you're starting to feel more grounded. I love that for you. And I want you to stay there. Keep doing what you're doing because you're on the right path and it's working. I'm going to talk about the job situation here in just a few moments because you said you were looking for, if I heard correctly, a second job, but you said what you're applying for, you don't think that the money is there. Run that
No,
run that by me again. Yeah, please.
so the job that I'm currently in, I don't think that it pays me well.
Okay.
So
You don't think it
I've been
pays you
applying.
well or it doesn't pay you well?
It does not. It does
Okay.
not.
Well, there we
It does
go.
not pay me the, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been looking for like since August. I've been looking. I've been starting the search, and this month, I think I cried like twice,
Mm-hmm.
or maybe like more than that, like in the bathroom, just praying about my situation, and I know that I'm not gonna be there, but it's like I'm doing what I can, but I'm still feeling like frustrated.
So why don't you hold
Um,
on. We don't have to talk about all of that. Why don't you just apply for a job that will pay you more?
I have, but
No,
they
no, no.
haven't like
No, no,
called
no.
back.
No, no, no. Listen at me closely. Why don't you apply for a job that you're going to love doing? The pay is greater, has better hours, it's closer to your home. That's going to require some thought. I need you to really think about that. Not applying for a job because, oh, this job doesn't pay me well and I can't believe I'm here. That energy, all those applications, all of those requests went in the trash because you applied with the wrong energy. Now I'm telling you how to apply with the right energy. I'm grateful. I'm thankful for this job. I thought it would be cool. I enjoyed working here. And now I'm ready to reach for something different. Because you're coming sort of with a victim mentality, but I don't see the job is the reason. I kind of feel the reason you even got led to this job or what made you wanted to stay at this job was a person. This is what Spirit is showing me, that it was a person. And this person that Spirit is showing me was a man. Am I correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So let me ask you what your connection is. And I'm only asking because I know. But what is your connection still with this person?
That wanted me. I mean, that in that
Take your time. Take your time.
initiated.
Take your time and tell the truth. Take your time and tell nothing but the truth. You don't have to go into details. What is your relationship with this person now?
That is it. Um, so what spirit is showing you?
Listen,
Is it the same person that?
listen closely, because you know what I'm asking you. You already know. Listen closely. Simple question, not a trick question. I promise you. What is your connection with this person? We still talk. We're still friends. We're still connected. What is your connect? We don't talk. I haven't seen. What is your connection? I know the answer, but I need you to say it. Now, wait. You can take door number 5 and say nothing, and we can end this.
No, I mean, I'm pretty sure maybe somebody else has experienced the same thing too.
We're not worried about nobody else. I just need you to answer, what is your connection? So we can move on to, you want to know about your career, your job, and all of this. And I'm getting you there, but I need you to just answer this question. What is your connection to this person?
That person was an ex, and he doesn't work there anymore, and he's in a different state.
Thank you for extra information, but what is your connection with this person?
He's just my ex. We don't talk.
Okay, so you don't
He's an
talk.
ex. Yeah.
You don't. Are you? Oh, hold on. Is that your final answer?
Yes, he's my ex. We don't talk.
You not low-key stalking his Instagram, Facebook page?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay. You know,
I'll have like some thoughts here and there.
okay. Well,
but,
there you go. There you go. There you go. Stay with me. Stay with me. I promise you, I will bring you to a higher point with this. You do still have thoughts, which is normal. That's a normal thing. It's nothing wrong with you still having thoughts for this person. It's normal. And here's, and thank you for that. Someone said, no judgment here. No intended judgment, but there is a judgment, but no intentional judgment, meaning it's not personal. I'm giving you this reading, so I do want you to participate in this because I know you will benefit the most from it. A little different. Because here's what's happening. Even though this person is your ex, even though this person no longer works at that job, your words, not mine, even though that person is in a different state, spirit is showing me, it's almost like this mist and this fog. And whenever you walk into work, and because everybody, well, not everybody, but a lot of people knew what was going on, you're still sort of holding this facade of what once were. Does that make sense?
A lot of people knew, yes, I definitely had a feeling about that.
Yes. So here's in simple big girl terms. You are doing too much for people who care too less for you. Stop it. And this is another reason why you want to leave that job, and another reason why you really can't advance the way you need to there. But I need you to come to this realization and understand that the bigger picture is this. Because see, when the relationship was happening and you both were working there, everything was wonderful. You could take $1 and turn that shit into $100 and make it stretch. Am I lying? You was able to make miracles happen. And what I'm telling you is you haven't lost that. But what has been lost is all of this energy of things that happen and you feeling some type of way about misunderstood stories. Let's just put it that way, because we know in relationship, there's your truth, their truth, and somewhere in the middle lies the truth. But it's about your self-respect in that workplace. And this is why it's so painful, because not only is it tied to a job that is unfulfilling for you in many areas of your life right now, it was a place of an unfulfilled relationship. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So, this is what I want you to do. When do you go back to work again?
Tomorrow.
Good. So I want you to get some good sleep tonight. Get some good rest. You're going to wake up in the morning. You're going to be nice and refreshed. You're going to be energized. And you're going to know that you're on your path to something greater. You're on your path to something greater. And I really feel that for you. You know, I'm not going to bullshit you. I'm going to tell you the truth. You are on the right path. And I told you that earlier. You are on the right path, and you will find another opportunity and a different environment where you can thrive and that you will get paid to the equivalent, and the hours are going to be better. But I need you to really go in this job and really not give a flying hoot what anyone thinks. Hold your self-respect. Make sure you have yourself fresh and clean to the T, like take it up a notch when you go into work. Hair together, clothes together, bags packed, everything. And I want you to go in there like the queen you are and own it. Go in there like you know your days there are numbered and you're stepping into something greater. So you can be grateful for that time that you spent there, because it's going to be short. So you get to speak to everybody, even that one chick who, you know, she liked to smirk because, you know, she was chasing up behind him too. You say hi to her. Yeah. How you doing today? Mm-hmm. Get your nice little smell goods going on. Go in there and do what you need to do.
Wait, which chick?
Listen, we're not going back down the past. It doesn't matter at this point. But if you thought that wasn't true, oh, you know that's true. You want to play with me, but we ain't got all night. See, because half the time was messed up with the headset and the heater. You know, we don't have all night. But just know something is better for you. I want you to stay where you are, stay in your Zen zone, and also know you're on the right path. And please, I know that person is gone physically.
Mm-hmm.
I need you to let them go mentally and emotionally. Let them go. And that shit you've been holding on to, whether you give it away or keep it, get rid of it. Because every time you look at it, it reminds you of him. Let it go. At the end of the day, you're always free to do whatever you want. But if you think somehow he's going to have a change of heart, he's going to come back and y'all are going to be together, I don't care what reader is telling you that.
No.
That is not the case. They are not coming back. They are not going to pick up the phone and say they're sorry. None of that.
No.
Maybe not in this lifetime. Maybe in another lifetime, but not this one. So, I hear you say no, but there's a part of you that kind of was hoping for that, and I don't blame you. But just know that's not needed. There's something greater for you. And I want you to start celebrating that now. Just start celebrating it now. Because the more you get into that energy, the more you'll get lifted out of this muck. Because everything you're doing is right. We just got to finally let that go and recognize that it's not this place of work. It's not even this money. It's everything that happened there. And you're ready to start a new chapter. Period. And that's okay. You got to give yourself permission to say, I'm just ready to start a new chapter. I don't care if that job was paying you all the money you wanted. You would have still been ready because of all of the memories and things there to start something new. And you have to acknowledge that and give yourself permission. Otherwise, you're going to be sort of living a lie that this is about this job and what they're not paying you. And that's not it. It's not what's at the root. It's a part of it, but it's not at the root. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to give you some beautiful sparkles and send you lots of love. Remember what I said.
Thank you, Ms. Blue.
Think about the days. You don't want to go through a 9-year cycle. Let that shit go.
No.
Let it go. Let it go. Just keep singing that song. Let it go. Just let it all go. Yeah. And keep loving yourself. Loving yourself. And with that love, have the self-respect. And don't compromise that for nobody. Not that shitty ass job. Not those shitty ass people. Don't let anyone make you compromise your self-respect because you're worth it. All right? So I love you and thank you so much for calling in. Hold the line.
Thank you, Ms. Blue.
Woo, y'all making a Sister Oracle work tonight. Let's go to the next caller. Next caller, calling in from area code 2024. 2024, you're live on Planet Remix. Please tell us who you are. I know you lying. It's been 3 hours.
Hello?
Hello. Hello, who's on the line, please?
This is Yolanda from Maryland.
Who's on the line?
Yolanda from Maryland.
Yolanda from Maryland?
I just say Lala from Maryland.
Oh, Lala from Maryland. Greetings, Lala from Maryland. Is this your ooh la la la? This your first time calling in?
It is.
Okay, let me give you some sparkles. Now, I want you to hear me good. And by no means do Ms.Blue want to scare anybody. I don't want to scare nobody. But welcome. Welcome in. I can see you clearly. Just know that. I can see you clearly because you got a little fairy energy in you. And I'm just going to tell you, if you want to play,
Really?
yeah, you got a lot of fairy energy in you. If you want to play, we can play, but this might not go like you think. So, how can I help you?
Um, okay. um, I was calling because I wanted to know, like, what spirit guides were around me and
Mm-hmm.
who I guess stands out.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause like you were speaking on it earlier, like this week has been like the most emotional
Mm-hmm.
roller coaster I've been on in a while, and it started with like a breakdown, just crying.
Mm-hmm.
Like I need to change things, but don't know how.
Mm-hmm.
And it was crazy to me because like for the last few months I've been trying to cry and I just couldn't.
Mm-hmm.
But just randomly, I just broke down and
Yeah.
cried. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just in this space of just trying to change things in my life, and I was just wondering if you can see what spirit guides stand out
Mm-hmm.
to kind of help give me a little bit of guidance.
Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, I can definitely do that. So let me tell you this. I talked about it a little earlier. A lot of it is ascension symptoms. Currently, right now, the total number of spirit guides that you have, total number of spirit guides is 7. 7 spirit guides are really, when 7 shows up, they're really here to help you to see a more spiritual side of what's happening, what's going on. You know, that 7 number, one of our more powerful numbers in numerology when it comes to frequencies and vibrations. 7 itself is the lightning rod, it's the wand, it's where the magic gets activated. You know, it's kind of like bringing
Mm.
heaven down to earth, or what we call the higher realms down to earth. It's intuitive in its nature. Everything about 7, even though in its essence, if we look at the world's history, it will take you to Christ, Christo, this type of energy. But in its essence, 7 is intuitive. It's very feminine in its nature because it really activates a lot of the unseen within us that eventually begins to get manifested into the physical realm. And so you have 7 spirit guides here to help you. Out of your 7 spirit guides, interesting enough, I will give you the breakdown. 2 of them are men, 3 of them are women. One is one is an animal. I'll come back to that. And one is something else.
Oh,
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Real nice little mix there of energy.
mm,
So here's something I want you to take with you, Lala. Under no circumstances, until you move out of this, should you believe anything that you think. Do not listen to your mind. Your mind is leading you wrong. And so now it's time for you to learn how to get into the Zen zone so you can get out of your mind, because this is what's causing a lot of turmoil in your life. And so things like all of these conspiracy theory videos you like to watch, all of these, we for the dark side, we in the deep depths of the darkness, and all of these dark thoughts, this would not be that time to indulge in that world. And here's the reason I will tell you why. The reason is it's nothing wrong with it. Absolutely nothing wrong with it if you're in a balanced state. But if you're not, it can be very tricky. And because we have so many planets at this particular time, and during this course, coming in from this eclipse, and they're going retrograde, it is pushing pushing, pushing. It's like getting your ass on the elevator and you are going straight to the damn basement. I don't care if you got on at the 110th floor, it's going down. I'm talking all the way down to the dirty bottom where you got to lift the gate, open it up, and you can't see shit. So you want to stay out of that realm. You want to stay out of that. You don't want to go into any of those parts. You want to kind of, you want to go into the places that sort of nurture your soul, because that's what it's being called of you at this time, to nurture your soul and to really sort of come into your true self. Because I feel like you're not your true self. And I say feel, but I know exactly that's what it is. You're afraid to be who you are in the world. Mm-hmm. And so
Yeah.
now it's time for you to just, as Beyonce so eloquently put it, be comfortable in your skin. Be cozy. You got to get cozy with you. And in order for you to get cozy, you got to take a strong look in the mirror. And you have to figure out, what does your heart call you to? Because for so long you've been using pain to motivate you. But now pain no longer does it. And so it's like our souls, and not just you. I don't want you to take this too personal, Lala. I am reading you, but there's many people dealing with this too at this time. Pain doesn't do it for you no more. It's like the threshold of pain has to go higher. And so you're looking for that next fix of, how can I use this pain to move me? And now your soul is simply saying, look, we done did the pain. We done did the hurt. We done did the abandonment. And now it's time for us to love ourselves and focus on ourselves and begin to move forward. And to move forward with love of ourselves, for compassion, and what we feel is meaningful and purposeful in our lives. And so, in essence, this is about you recognizing the magic maker that's in the window, and that you are the one creating the magic in your life. You are creating the magic. And so it's time that you love the magic that you're creating. And that's going to require something that you don't give up too often. And that is trust. You got to learn how to trust yourself. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Trust your feelings. Trust your dreams, because you are badass in the dream world. Trust your dreams. But that mind, don't listen to that mind. That mind is leading you the wrong way. Yeah. That's what I got.
Mm. Oh. So, what is the fairy energy? What did you mean by that?
Yeah. See how your mind, this is the mind. I want you to see it in real life. I'm going to answer the question, but I
Okay.
want you to see it in real life. The mind took all that good shit and said, push that out the way. Focus on what she said not to do. Get that fairy shit. See, that's your mind. Perfect example. That's how your mind takes you off course that quick. So everything else, everything
I never really.
Go ahead.
I never noticed. I mean, like I know, like I jump from things quickly and don't even realize it until like hours later.
Well, see,
But you saying it
yeah,
made me.
you can see it now,
Yeah.
right? So here's the beautiful
Yeah.
thing. You get the beautiful opportunity to go back and listen, because literally when I start talking about that fairy shit, you stopped listening to me at that point. Everything else was a blur. It's kind of like, you ever watch Charlie Brown when when the kids are there and all the parents are want, 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 want. That's all you heard me say after. You didn't hear nothing else. Your mind was like, fairy, 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 fairy. Ooh,
No,
she's,
I heard you. I definitely heard you.
well,
I just found the fairy thing kind of
interesting, didn't you?
weird.
You
Interesting. Yeah.
perked up on that one, absolutely, because these are the things that Miss Blue is giving you an air of caution. Now you get to do what you want. If you want to walk down that road of
Mhm.
that fairy kingdom and they scoop your little ass up and take you up in there, know that I'm not coming to get you. Just know. Now, some people on Planet Remix may dive in there and come get you, but Miss Blue is not coming to get you. I'm not. I'm just letting you know. So, um, and shouts out to all the fairies, because we got a lot of fairies in the building, right? I got fairy energy in me. So I'm not shitting on the fairies. What I'm telling you is that can be a slippery slope when you're not balanced. And so those are the things that I would suggest, because at the end of the day, you get to do it how you want to do it, that you stay away from conspiracy
No,
theory.
I just.
You get it?
Oh, you took.
Fairy
I
kingdoms.
was just wondering what you meant
Mm-hmm.
by that.
Yeah, yeah. It's okay. It's okay. I'm quite sure your mind is just, your mind can't focus on anything else. But what did you mean by I got fairy energy? Fairy energy, it's not masculine, it's not feminine, it's a mixture of all energy. You know what the fairies are,
Oh,
right? You know Tinkerbell, right? That's one fairy.
yeah.
You know about the
Yeah.
gnomes, right? You know about you know about the trolls. You know about trolls, right? You know about all that's
Mhm.
all of that is a part of the fairy world. Hmm.
Oh, okay.
The
Okay.
elements. Thank you, Jennifer. Yes, absolutely. The elements, all of that. Yeah. I would just strongly suggest at this moment that you kind of leave those things for another time. Yes, thank you, Brother Lance. Leprechauns. There you go. All of that. Hmm. All of them in the fairy. It's a whole world. Hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Hmm.
Okay.
So that's what I got for you.
You control my mind.
No, I don't want you to control your mind. Your mind doesn't need to be controlled. I need you to stay out of your mind. Don't listen to your mind. If it's not telling you it's 10 o'clock, you got to go do this. If it's not telling you 8 o'clock, you got to go do this, or you got to pay your bill, or it's time to go to work, it's time to go to school, or it's time to eat, we need to put gas in the car. If it's not telling you the things that the mind does, don't listen to it. Like that question,
Okay.
what did you mean about the See, that'll keep wallowing, and then the mind would tell you, let's go find some videos about dark fairies and see what Ms.Blue is talking about. Let's go play with the elves and the leprechauns, and let's go do all of that. Let's go watch a good conspiracy theory about how they're coming to get us and what they're putting in our brains. And let's go do all of that crazy stuff. I'm just saying, makes for good entertainment, but I wouldn't do it right now. I just wouldn't. If I were you. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah. So did that help?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I feel like you got another question.
Not that I can think of right now, because it kind of caught me off guard. I really didn't think you were gonna call on me. So
Mm.
Like it's the spirit guides. Just
Yeah.
wanting to know like who or if there's anyone in particular to help me
Hmm.
guide me as far as
Yeah, you got seven
um
of them.
where
And
to move,
seven of them.
how to move.
And one is the magician. And again, you have to trust. I gave you everything. I want you to download this and I want you to come back and listen because I know that I don't know why I want to call you another name, and out of respect I'm not going to, cuz
What's the name?
that might be your government. I'm not going to do that. But
I
another
don't mind.
another name just keep coming up, but I'm not going to do that. Mm-mm.
What's the name?
No, it's a beautiful name. There's nothing wrong with the name. I keep one of your guides just keep calling this name. Mm. Hmm.
Yolanda.
You said what now?
Yolanda.
No, it's not Yolanda. It's not
Oh.
It's not Yolanda. Maybe it's a nickname someone called you. Who knows? We'll get a chance to talk again and we'll talk about it. Main thing is I want you to keep the trust. Trust in yourself.
Now my mind is going again.
I know. The mind again. Didn't I tell you what did I tell you about that mind? Don't listen to that mind. That mind you can't listen to. Drop down in your body, hang out in your toes, wiggle your feet, and that's where you start to answer that question from. But do not. But you got to learn how to trust. Pay attention to your dreams. Make sure you write those things down because they're really guiding you on your path. What kind of work do you do right now?
A budget analyst.
Mm, very mind job. What do you do for fun?
Art,
I love it.
furniture refinishing.
Please get more into that. Try to bring more of that energy. That's going to help ground you. And if the weather is not too crazy, maybe do that outside. Do that, kind of see if you can do some of that outside. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Because you're going to have a situation that comes up here and you're going to have to make some big decisions. But you'll be ready. You'll be ready. Everything is happening for your greatest good. I just need you to trust yourself. And you've had several situations that's making you question how much you trust yourself. And I need you to stop listening to your mind telling you that. Because you can trust yourself. And that is powerful. That is beautiful. That is incredible. And that is life-changing in itself when you can trust yourself. And I want you to do that.
Okay.
All right?
Yes.
Okay. I know it's emotional, isn't it? Isn't it? But guess what?
Yeah.
Lala, we all are going to be all right. You are not in this by yourself. We are all in this together. And in the words of our dear brother Kendrick Lamar, we gonna be all right. Just one step at a time. One step at a time. Keep loving yourself. Keep trusting yourself. I promise this will pass. Let me give you some sparkles. I don't think you took that in, Lala.
I did.
No, you didn't. No, you ain't really take it in. Let me give you another one. I gotta give you another one. I gotta give you another hit of the sparkles here. Here we go. Okay. Okay, you got that one. You took that one in. Now that one, you took it all in. There you go. There you go. See, the sparkles is going to really help you move yourself along. See, that's for the sparkles low key is for the fairy in all of us. See, it takes care of all of our fairy energy, every single one of us. So that's why we love the sparkles around here. We love them. It's an energizer. It really is. So I am truly honored to speak with you. Thank you for being a part of Planet Remix. And please come back and let us know how you're doing. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Peace and love. Peace and love. Hold the line. All right. All right. Wow. What amazing soul family tonight. Really touched my heart for each and every single one of you who came on to share your stories, for us to be able to talk about what's going on, what's happening in our lives, because it's an opportunity for us to take a pulse from all over the world. And I know we have many international listeners that's tuning in from the UK. Shouts out to the UK tuning in, from Jamaica tuning in, from Hawaii tuning in, from the Maldives Islands tuning in, from Japan tuning in live tonight, Saudi Arabia checking in, and love goes out tuning in tonight, from the Ukraine tuning in. Shouts out to Europe, Germany tuning in. Shouts out to France tuning in. Welcome on in. Shouts out to Ethiopia tuning in. Belgium tuning in. Let's see who else is tuning in. Tuning in from the Emirates, tuning in. Trinidad and Tobago's tuning in. Shouts out to all of our live listeners that are listening in from all over the country. Spain tuning in. Welcome on in. Tuning in. Canada tuning in. Welcome in. Nigeria tuning in. Welcome in, Nigeria. We welcome you. Tuning in. Wow. Thank you all so much that you have so many things that are going on. Cambodia tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. So many of you are tuning in from all over the world, and of course, from all over the United States of America tuning in. Just want to say thank you. Thank you to all of our soul family, all of our universal citizens on planet Earth, for tuning in to Planet Remix and coming here so we can laugh, we can have fun, but we can get what we need. We can support each other. We can ask questions. We can become curious. We can learn. We can share. We can grow together, you know? And we can be a support system for one another, which is the best, I would say, one of the best communities, hands down, on the planet, because it reaches so far and so wide and so deep. And know that I love each and every single one of you. And I want you to have an amazing week. We may do some checkups in this week. I'm not going to put it out there totally. I think we definitely know where we need to be this week, especially when it comes to the Zen Zone and really understanding what that means about the zenith point, really giving ourselves space and grace this week, making sure that we are not too engulfed into our conscious mind, our ego mind, and that we are allowing our intuitive selves to lead us with love, of course, but not even us standing too hard in our love, that we are blinded by our own light in our relationships, in our work, in the things that we're doing, and how we want to serve, how we want to show up, how we want to be, how we want to connect. And even in those things that we feel that we so desperately need at that moment. That we are rising to the zenith point, that celestial point, so we can see the bigger picture. We can see the bigger picture, and we can understand that we are co-creating with the Most High, the universe, God, the universe, whatever you choose to call it. And we are never alone. We have our ancestors, the angels. We got our soul group. We got one another. With each other, we are never alone. And no matter how dark these days may get, we know that on the other side and just around the corner, just up the road, we are headed to a path of greatness. And we shall let nothing stop us from that purpose, from that calling of staying steadfast on the course, on our mission to love ourselves, to put something meaningful and purposeful out into the world, and never forgetting who we are at the essence, at the core, because we're all one. So peace and love, soul family. On that note, we're going to get out of here. I love you all. Don't forget to download. I will definitely be reading your comments. So please come back and share a comment. Leave your takeaways from the show tonight. And I will see you all in the cosmic streets. So peace and love, soul family. Ciao. We're going to get out of here. We're going to get ready to get out of here. Let's see what we're going to jam to get out of here. Let's listen to a little bit of this, and then we're going to get out of here.